everyone, it's your girl NueNew the Hair Diva, and I'm back with you with a Shop My Stash video for the first 2 weeks of January 2016. If I haven't said it to you before, Happy New Year's to you all. Now let's get started with this Shop My Stash. We are doing the month of January. I have to buy me a bigger calendar, but we will be going through the 1st and 2nd, which I believe has passed already. We're going to be doing from the 3rd to the 9th and the 10th through the 16th. Now I know that seems a little bit longer than what we normally do, but I feel as though that it's easier for me to still do my Shop My Stash every 2 weeks. So it's pretty much going to be the 3rd to the 9th, the 10th to the 16th. Alright, let's get to this makeup. Has anybody ever gone through what I have gone through, where you show something that you have organized and then the next thing you know, you done rearranged it, so once you've shown it, it's not the same? Well, yeah, that's what NueNew is going through. So right before you is the makeup that I will be using, and I know this time it doesn't seem like a lot, and that is because I have some challenges that I am also doing. First things first, right here we have my Femme Blushes, and I have 12 colors that I can choose from, so I feel as though that I have enough variety of blushes to go through, so that's what we're going to be using. Right here in the middle, let me tell y'all something. I have just been bedazzling and putting things together. I have taken apart my Stila in the Know palette and hot glued it to the top of this Mary Kay container so that I could just make one quick palette. And over here, these are 2 Clinique shadows that was in like a small green container that I was barely using. Right here is the Naked Basic palette. All I did was just pop the insert out and hot glue it to this palette as well. And let me remove this piece of plastic. This is the Be Magnificent palette. As you can see, we had a casualty right here, but it's okay. I don't use it that often. Maybe I can get to use it. But these are all matte shadows, and I'm telling you, when it was in its own palette, which is definitely beautiful, I never really picked it up. So hopefully now that it's in this palette here that I have made, I will get a chance to use it. On the outside of this palette, I can definitely close it, but I think I'm going to write the word Clinique, Stila, Tarte, as well as, what else is in here? Naked. And then I'm just going to be dazzling. So those are the shadows that we're going to be using. Right here we have both of my Maybelline Fit Me foundations. These are the stick foundations in 340 and 355, the darkest 2 shades. And I just want to go on ahead and use those up. I do like stick foundations, but I'm more a liquid girl. We also have the Clinique Chubby Stick. This is in Hefty Highlight. I actually have 2 of these. This is a smaller one, so I felt as though I would try to go through the smaller one as soon as possible. 2 shadow bases that I'm going to be using from the Maybelline Color Tattoo. This one here is number 35, Toughest Taupe. That's what that color looks like. And for a darker shadow, we have number 100 Dramatic Black. And that's what that looks like. Dramatic Black is a matte finish and it doesn't have any glitter. As you can see, we only have 4 Lippies. So we have a Ulta matte lip cream, and this is in the color Tender. And I really do like this color, and I like the feel. We have a old school Revlon color burst, and this is in the color Shameless, and it is also a matte finish, so I want to use that. We have a old school CoverGirl Lip Perfection Jumbo Gloss, and this is in let's see, 200 Ballet Twist. And the color of the lid is the color of the Lippi. And then we have my one and only ColourPop. Thank you, Shadows on the Wall, for giving this to me. This is in the color LBB. And it is also a matte. But this is more of a red. Alright, over here we have, this is one of the things that I have been dazzling. This is the top of the Stila in the No palette. It still has the mirror on the other side. But I felt as though that I would use this to always cover up the mirrors on the palettes when I try to show them to you, especially if they have a mirror. So that's what I'm going to use that for, unless I find something else I'm going to use it for. This is the Chocolate Bar palette. You know, this is part of the 6 by 6 in 2016. I will link that below if you haven't seen it. We're using that. This here is the MAC Wash and Dry Matte Bronzer. That's what that says right there. However, I am going to be using it as a face powder. It is too light to be a bronzer for my skin tone, but when I put it on my face as a face powder, it works wonderful. So that's what we're going to use that for. And this is the Black Radiance pressed powder and bronze glow. And as you can see, that this is much lighter than this one, and this could be considered a bronzer if you wanted to use it. Right here we have a different bucket that I have been using. Remember I showed you the blue bucket that I was holding all the items that I would be using? Well, I switched it over here because I wanted to make my makeup dresser not have as much stuff on it. I still have the mirror. Right here is where all the shadows will go, and here will be anything that can move around. On the top, I have the rest of the items that I will be using. Here are all of the Lippies of the 6 in 2016 that I'm supposed to be working through. I am going to go on ahead and try to work through this Anastasia Clear Brow Genius. I have one Stila Stay All Day Concealer and 14 Maple. I also have these two LA Girl Pro Concealers. One is Toast and one is Toffee. We have the Midnight Glitter Glue for the brows, the Smashbox Photo Priming Water, Rose Water, all of my brow products, as well as a liquid liner by Stila. This is also a brow product. I didn't like the pink side, so I just took it off and kept the brunette side. And these are the mascaras that I will be using and trying to finish up. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking me to the end of this Shop My Stash for the first 2 weeks of January 2016. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know what to do. Leave that below. If you would like to see a new makeup collection slash storage, just let me know. I don't think I will do it in January. However, I do want to have one for 2016. Just leave that comment below. I would truly appreciate it. To all be blessed. Happy New Year once again. And NueNew will see you in a few days with the next video. Bye.